What is going on, you guys? It is Slammer4. I am back. It has been far too long since I have made a Little Wargame replay video. But we are back, and I'm extremely... I'll introduce these players in a second as we get into this replay, but first I do want to say that I'm going to be making quite a few more videos in the next coming weeks. We're going to be calling it the Summer of Slammer. And it's going to be pretty awesome. I'm going to make a lot of Little Wargame videos. I'm also going to be doing a Let's Play through the campaign series for a game called Istralid, which I'll have more details coming up pretty soon for that. So definitely be on the lookout. Those will be coming up on my channel probably in a couple days. But talking about Little Wargame, I have quite a few videos planned for Little Wargame. Hopefully at least once a week I'll be releasing for the next couple weeks, so that should be fun. But enough about that, let's get into this awesome replay which was submitted to me. It is going to be in the top left corner in the red. It is LWG, Little Wargame. He's a solid Division 2-3 player, I think. And then in the bottom right, we have Hobo. Hobo himself, yes. We can call him Mr. Tryhard, the hardcore up-and-comer. Has been grinding out the game really well. So yeah, let's get into this game. Hobo has opted for his one den expand. And Little Wargame, oh dude, he is bringing the cheddar. Not sure if I approve of this build, but whatever. You know, if you gotta cheese, you gotta cheese. So yeah. Already Hobo's made a small mistake on his castle, but that's okay. Well, did he make a mistake? No, actually he cut for the wolf. I apologize. So we have Little Wargame. I don't know what should I call him. I just call him Little Wargame, I guess. LWG. I don't know what I should call him. But he's gone for the 2 racks. So I'm a little uncomfortable with this build because a couple of reasons. I feel like if you're going to go for a cheese, I don't think it's ever a good idea to put the barracks just right out front. I would say why not proxy them? There's no reason to put them here. They're never gonna do anything for you. I would say put them down here, put them over here. You can even put them right in the middle of the map if you want to, you know. The world is your oyster. So Hobo's doing the right thing. He's just walling off, building his den up. Building up his worker counts. Pretty solid stuff. LWG is supply blocked. Ooh, this is getting a little gnarly, guys. I'm not I think so. This is probably a good teachable moment for you guys, and I don't want to rag too hard on the players here because excuse me. I don't want to rag too hard on the players because this is a slightly lower level replay, which is fine. You know, there's nothing wrong with that. There's no shame in that. But for all you guys watching and trying to learn, don't do this build by LWG. This is just... It basically just puts you behind for no reason. Like, there's no skill involved here. It's just knowing what's good and what's bad. You know, you don't need 100 APM to not do what LWG is doing. There's no, like... Half of what differentiates a good player from a not so good player is their build order choices. So for starters, don't do this build order choice. So what was the problem with his build? He went for barracks, he went for house then barracks, which is fine, but then he got a second barracks, which means he does not have enough gold to get his second castle out very quickly at all, which means he has to do something with the units he has, either do damage or he's going to be behind economically. And if we just look at the gold income tab here, Hobo has mined 2050 and LWG has only mined 1855. And quick to point out, Hobo is missing production cycles. So against a better player even, he would be even farther behind. And assuming equal skill, there's pretty much no way to win from this position as LWG. I mean, I don't want to be harsh or anything, but if you're playing someone who is as good as you are, you cannot win this far behind in gold at this stage in the game. That being said, that's assuming your opponent doesn't make mistakes. Obviously, if your opponent makes some major errors, you can still win the game. So it's not like you should GG right out. But at this point, it's very, very tricky to win. So he's put himself in this very uncomfortable position because of his build order choices. But again, I'm not necessarily being critical. I'm just trying to hopefully show a bit of a teachable moment for you guys. So let's see just what Hobo is doing. He's gone for 3 castle, which is excellent. He's got 3 wolves. The thing that he's doing here, he's not really going to be able to take a fight because, I mean, when a Rax player has 3 Rax out, he does have a large. He's obviously going to have enough units to defend light wolf pressure, and this is definitely light wolf pressure. But it's a good thing to have your wolves active. In fact, I'd rather have him leave the wolves out here, just so you can keep counting the enemy Rax, how many Rax units the enemy has, and make decisions on when you need to get towers, etc., etc. So, ooh, actually, kind of like this tower placement. I might steal that. I haven't used that very much. Of course, I usually like my towers out here because I'm afraid of archers taking pot shots and sniping me down. So yeah, this is what I was saying about leaving a wolf out here. Right now, Hobo has no idea about this little Rax hit squad that's crossing the map. One of the things that I'm working on in my own play a lot is map awareness and being aware of where your enemy's forces are at all times, because you can die so easily to Rax pushes as the Beast player. You need to know when the Beast player is pushing out. You need to be aware of that. So LWG did get counterattacked. This actually could have been a nice opportunity for him if he had hit right away, hit here, and killed these wolves, and then camped the natural. That would have been chopped up. I don't think he's going to be able to break this tower. I mean, he can break the tower, but I don't think it's going to get him anywhere very quickly. But you can see how weak towers and wolf defenses can be to dedicated Rax pressure. Hobo did get a nice engagement on those archers there, getting some good damage down, but these wolves are getting cut down very quickly. Up the top of the map, he is slaughtering the worker line by LWG, and he's got some archers bugging out over here. That's really unfortunate. He needs to get these guys fighting. And these archers are also... Oh man, look at that float. He needs soldiers, because these wolves can just hop onto these archers and kill them in seconds. I think he's probably microing this fight, mostly. And he is able to clear out the third base. That's why I would have rather had him attack the natural, because killing the third base isn't going to do anything for him. It's not going to win him the game. He needs to kill, like, everything to win this game, which is going to be difficult. Which is why, for Hobo's sake, I would almost say give up the third. I would say get a tower at your natural, because the only way you're going to lose is if you lose your natural. Just checking on the upgrades, by the way, Hobo's getting his +1 attack. LWG is also getting +1 attack, but I mean at this point I think it's in a pretty tricky situation for LWG. I don't see a way he can win. He's dead. But yeah, not bad. Hobo always has the weirdest trolls. But yeah, this was a pretty interesting replay. I think the most interesting part of this game was definitely the opening build order. The game was pretty much decided as soon as LWG put the second barracks down. That's not to say 2 Rax is necessarily a poor strategy, but it is a cheese. You have to be aware of that, and you have to realize. So here's what I want to say. As soon as you put that second Rax down, you have to realize in your mind that you are completely all in. You will only win if you kill the enemy's second castle, or just win straight out. If you do not do that, you will lose the game. Unless the opponent you're playing is severely below your skill level. And even then, you're putting yourself in a really dangerous position. So, to reiterate, realize that you're completely all in, and you have to commit to being completely all in. Don't try to take a castle, because it's just not going to work. You're just going to die. And that's something that a lot of players don't realize, I think, when they choose these build orders, and then they don't realize why they lose. But it's really simple. Building the second Rax is why LWG lost. If he had built only 1 Rax in a castle, then we would have had a game of it. As soon as he puts the second Rax down, the game's over. And the thing I really want to emphasize as we watch to see is LWG finally sinks in that he's lost. thing I want to emphasize is there's nothing magical about build orders. There's nothing like mysterious about it, and there's no. I mean, it's just game knowledge, right? There's no skill involved. There's no practice. I mean, there's nothing that's like mysterious about it. You just don't build the second racks. You build the one racks, and then you build a castle, or you even build just the castle first. You know, the builds are really simple, and they put you in a position where you can actually win a game. And it really comes down to skill, instead of putting yourself in a position where you're unbelievably far behind, so that even if you play perfectly, you're not going to be able to ever win, right? So yeah, that's the main thing I want to say about this video is don't put yourself in that position, guys. Don't do that. Don't be that guy. So yeah, very well played to Hobo. He did pretty much everything correctly. Good scouting. That's why you do get that first scouting wolf, to find if they have a proxy out there. And yeah, to reiterate, guys, this replay was I keep saying that word. This replay was sent in to me by Hobo, and I am looking for all kinds of replays to cast, low level, high level, 2v2s, whatever game. If it was a good game, send it in, and I will cast it. So yeah, the main thing I want to say is I will be making a lot more Littlewargame videos in the future. Probably have another one coming out definitely in the next couple days for sure. Maybe even today. I'll see about that. But yeah, definitely check that out, and don't forget to send replays into slammer4@gmail.com. That's slammer, capital I, capital V, @gmail.com. Send your replays in, and they will probably get cast on my channel. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Be on the lookout for more videos in the future, and I will catch you next time.